I usually skip out on the really bad films, but every so often I still have these regrettable experiences. So here are my top 5 worst films of 2025. Brave New World. So the MCU makes Sam Captain America and places him in this show that impresses nobody. And then somehow this movie is worse than the show that impressed nobody. Every choice, every moment, every time I turned my head, I had an issue with this movie. It is one of the worst MCU scripts. It has some of the most horrendous dialogue I have heard across this franchise. Mickey 17. Talk about a film with an interesting concept, totally hijacked by stupid and insultingly obvious political commentary. This was such a mind-numbing, exhausting mess of both undercooked and overcooked ideas that when I came out of the theater, I had to intentionally remind myself what day of the week it was. Flight Risk. This film didn't offend me, it just bored me. This is a shining example of a perfectly solid short film concept being uncomfortably stretched to feature length through absolute stupidity. The runtime feels like it's held together by a relentless series of Michelle Dockery having a phone call with someone. Mark Wahlberg was the best thing about this movie. He's the only aspect that knew what this movie should have been, and even he couldn't save this thing. Star Trek Section 31. Talk about a franchise that is carried on merely by the hubris of its streaming content. Simultaneously, there's barely enough substance to merit a feature length, while at the same time, there's too much going on for it to be a pilot episode. This thing also just didn't know what it wanted to be. Was it going to be like Guardians of the Galaxy? Was it going to be a murder mystery? Was it going to be an anti-hero story for Michelle Yeoh? And all you people who were debating for years, Star Wars or Star Trek, well, congratulations, they're both garbage now. And that brings us to Snow White, a film I didn't hate when I saw it, but the more I think about it, the more I dislike it. Every argument against this film I absolutely agree with. And the internet has already said enough about this film, so I'll just leave it with this. This is a cringy microcosm of the horrors of modern Hollywood. This thing was dead before they even finished filming it, so it comes in at number 1.